Hey there, my amazing angling friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the much-anticipated fishing forecast for Tuesday, November 4, 2025, across our vast and diverse United States. Now, many of you might be thinking, November, isn't that when things start to shut down? Well, I'm here to tell you, this day is going to be truly special, packed with both challenges and incredible opportunities, if you know where to look and what to use. We've got a near full moon playing a big role, some intriguing weather shifts, and fish preparing for winter. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be armed with all the knowledge to make your next trip a successful one, perhaps even catching that personal best. Let's get right into it, my friends, and talk about where the fish are and how to catch them. First up, the mighty largemouth bass. In early November, especially with cooling waters, bass can get a bit finicky, but they also have aggressive feeding windows as they try to fatten up for winter. You'll want to focus on areas that retain warmth or offer easy ambush points. Think main lake points, rocky outcroppings and submerged timber, especially those adjacent to deeper water. During the warmest parts of the day, typically from late morning to mid-afternoon, bass will often push into shallower areas from 3 to 8 feet to feed. For tackle, a slow-moving jig and trailer in natural crawfish colors can be deadly, or a medium-diving crankbait mimicking shad. Work these baits slowly and deliberately. A little trick, try suspending jerkbaits around cover. The pauses can trigger strikes from sluggish bass. Next, for our cold water enthusiasts, let's talk about trout. Whether you're chasing rainbows, browns, or brookies, early November can be fantastic, especially in tailwater fisheries or spring-fed streams where water temperatures remain more stable. Look for them in current seams, behind larger rocks, or in deeper pools where they can conserve energy and ambush passing food. Trout will be actively feeding, so focus on natural presentations. If you're a fly angler, nymphs like a San Juan worm, pheasant tail, or stonefly patterns can be incredibly effective. For spin fishing, small inline spinners in gold or silver, or micro jigs tipped with a small piece of worm worked slowly along the bottom will get their attention. Pay close attention to eddies and slack water directly adjacent to faster currents. Finally, for our coastal comrades, the redfish, or red drum, are an absolute blast this time of year. As water temperatures drop and water clarity often improves, these fish school up, creating fantastic sight fishing opportunities in many southern states. Look for them around docks, bridge pilings, jetties, and in deeper channels, especially in passes and around deep water structures. They'll be in a pre-winter feeding frenzy, so they can be aggressive. My go-to is often a live shrimp on a Carolina rig, or a scented soft plastic, like a 4-inch grub or a soft plastic shrimp imitation. Cast these near structure or along grass lines. Keep an eye out for birds working over schools of bait. Where there are birds, there are often redfish pushing bait to the surface. Now let's break down the science behind today's forecast, because understanding the why is just as important as the what. Weather. For November 4, 2025, we're looking at average temperatures across the USA, generally ranging from about 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. We do have a forecast for some precipitation, around 0.8 to 1.04 inches of rain. This means cooler air temperatures and potentially a slight drop in atmospheric pressure. A cold front or rain can sometimes make fish temporarily less active, especially if it's a sharp change, pushing them deeper. However, after the initial shock, this can also trigger a feeding response as the system stabilizes. Wind direction and strength aren't specifically forecast for this date, but typically in November, colder northerly winds can make inshore fishing tougher, driving bait and fish to more protected areas. Water temperature. This is crucial for early November. Across many freshwater systems in the USA, water temperatures will be trending downwards, likely from the high 60s into the low 60s or even high 50s in some regions. This temperature drop is a major trigger. For most cold-blooded fish, their metabolism slows as the water cools, making them less active, but also driving them to feed aggressively during short windows to store energy for winter. They will seek out warmer pockets, which could be deeper water, areas with darker bottoms, or structures that absorb heat. Moon phase. Today, November 4, 2025, we're under a powerful waxing gibbous moon with an illumination of about 99%, just 1 day shy of the full moon. Now you know us anglers love our moon theories. Many believe this bright moon phase can significantly influence fish behavior. It often leads to increased nocturnal feeding due to the extra light, which could mean a slightly slower bite during the day as fish rest. However, this strong gravitational pull also means stronger tides, which can stir up bait and really turn on the bite for saltwater species. So for our saltwater anglers, pay close attention to those tide charts. General fish activity. November is a true transitional period. Fish across the USA are either migrating, schooling up, or establishing their winter patterns. Some species, especially in the south like redfish, will be in an aggressive pre-winter feeding frenzy. In colder northern waters, many species will be slowing down, seeking deeper, more stable environments. Freshwater bass and walleye will often have shorter, more aggressive feeding windows as they try to pack on the calories before the deep chill. Considering all these factors, the cooler temperatures, the forecast for some rain, the dropping water temperatures, and that strong waxing gibbous moon, I'm going to give the overall fishing for November 4, 2025, a rating of good with periods of excellent activity. The precipitation might initially slow things down, but the overall cooling trend and the near full moon will trigger active feeding periods, especially for species adapting to winter. The stronger tides will particularly benefit coastal fishing. Your success will depend heavily on adapting to the conditions and targeting fish during those prime feeding windows. So, my friends, get out there, embrace the challenges, and enjoy the beauty of November fishing. May your lines be tight and your coolers be full. From my boat to yours, I wish you nothing but tight lines. And ni vosta, ni cheshwi. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming tips and forecasts. And I want to hear from you. What are your plans for November fishing? What's your go-to bait when the water starts to get cold? Share your observations and any secret tricks in the comments below. Let's build this community together.